How often do you study? Please repeat. How many days a week do you get to see her? I get to see her 3 days a week. How many times a day does she happen to call you? She happens to call me 3 times a day. How many times a year do you have them do that? I have them do that 3 times a year. How many minutes an hour did he work? He worked 30 minutes an hour. How many times every day does she end up calling him? She ends up calling him 3 times every day. How many months a year does she hope to stay there? She hopes to stay there 3 months a year. How many weeks every year does he have the chance to travel? He has the chance to travel 2 weeks every year. How many days a month does she help you to work? She helps me to work 5 days a month. How many hours a week should you be exercising? I should be exercising 5 hours a week. How many times a month does he get you to drop by to see him? He gets me to drop by to see him 3 times a month. How many weeks in a month do you prefer doing that? I prefer doing that 2 weeks in a month. How many times a month will it be all right if she comes over? It'll be all right if she comes over 3 times a month. How many hours a day would he sleep? He would sleep 8 hours a day. How many times a day do you wind up taking the bus? I wind up taking the bus 3 times a day. How many days a month is he used to going mountain climbing? He's used to going mountain climbing 3 days a month. How many times in a week is it worth reviewing that? It's worth reviewing that 3 times in a week. How many months a year does he tend to live in Seoul? He tends to live in Seoul 3 months a year. How many times in a month has she got to take care of them? She's got to take care of them 3 times in a month. How often does he get the opportunity to come to visit you? He gets the opportunity to come to visit me 3 times a week. How many times an hour do you feel like turning it on? I feel like turning it on 3 times an hour. How many months in a year do you look forward to teaching them? I look forward to teaching them 3 months in a year. How many times a month do you feel sick? I feel sick 3 times a month. How many hours in a day do you enjoy watching TV? I enjoy watching TV 3 hours in a day. How many weeks a month is she thinking of working there? She's thinking of working there 3 weeks a month. How many times in a week does she ask you if you can help her do it? She asks me if I can help her do it 3 times in a week. How many hours in a day do you try to read a book? I try to read a book 3 hours in a day. How many times in a year are you able to go swimming there? I'm able to go swimming there 3 times in a year. How many hours every day does she let you just relax? She lets me just relax 3 hours every day.